sex therapist, Dr. Ruth, says cheating on your partner is okay if it happens just once and you regret it. We'll give you the full quote here. She told Insider.com, "I don't believe in honesty at all costs. If you did a one-night stand because you had too much to drink and never saw that person again, keep your mouth shut. Don't tell your partner." Oh, what do you think of that? We're getting a huge reaction online. Keep it coming, by the way. It's on our Facebook page, asking basically, do you agree with Dr. Ruth or not? Let's bring in Dr. Tartt, PhD in psychology. And I know you work with couples about having thriving relationships. So I'll say this. I'm going to call BS on this. There's anybody with a conscience, that secret would eat you alive. I mean, marriage is built on trust. Am I wrong at all here?
That's the base. That's right? The base. And so what people... I get what they're saying. It's like, I don't want to end my marriage over something I regret and I think I'm not going to do again. But why did you do it in the first place? And without telling your spouse, then you don't see what the other half of the relationship, how they feel. So there's no empathy, there's no remorse, and then guilt kicks in. And what happens a lot of times in couples therapy is that the partner that cheated begins to become paranoid. Because if I could do it, you could do it. And they start going through the phone, start questioning them, and then a lot of times the spouse is cheated on, their antenna goes up. Something's not right. When he came in or she came in, they took a shower. They haven't done that in 20 years. And so they start sleuthing and they start looking, and when they find there's two betrayals, the infidelity and the lying about it.
Wow. Have you had that? In therapy, without giving names, obviously, where someone says, "Doc, I cheated, but I can't tell."
Right.
They legitimately end the marriage.
Those relationships don't tend to last. It's actually better if you own what you did, because then your spouse can say, well, I can trust that you had a bad moment. But when you have a double betrayal of you lie about it, then I can't trust the future. See, I can trust you saying I had a bad night and I can choose to deal with that. We can go to therapy. You can go to therapy. But if you lie about it, I can't even trust that you're going to the grocery store. Every single time my intuition goes up, I can't have peace of mind because you won't tell me the truth.
Wow. I mentioned a huge reaction online. Again, Dr. Ruth says you shouldn't tell your partner if you cheat just once. That was the question to you, our viewers. Most disagree, but Nancy says this: no, it will only cause hurt. Just never do it again. Basically saying it's just sex, just once. Take the secret to your grave.
Well, that doesn't work. That doesn't work because why did it happen in the first place? All right. Usually there's something under it. There's new studies that show that a lot of people that are cheating right now are not cheating because there's problems in their relationship. They're cheating because they are thrill seekers. All right. And when we look back at it, they are afraid. Boredom.
Wow.
And just seek. It could be a midlife crisis, opportunity. Their temptation is higher than their willpower. And what we know about couples who are able to avoid that, they are very open. They have very open dialogues and say, I would like to do something new. I am getting bored. I feel like it has been too long since I would like for you to please me in a different way. Therefore, they can trust that their spouse is going to have an uncomfortable conversation about intimacy, and they can trust that. But what they can't trust is what you don't tell them, and that's what ends up ruining marriages. It's not the infidelity, it's lying about it.
One last one real quick. A newsroom discussion. This one certainly stirred the pot. One person said, I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. All right, and until they get an STD, until the spouse calls them out, until they're out in public and the woman or the person that cheated with looks at them differently, antennas go up. All right, and then so what happens is that same issue is still there. If there's an incompatibility issue, a libido issue, that doesn't go away and it becomes a pattern, and therefore you end up losing the marriage. You're better off talking about what went wrong, making the adjustments, and then never repeating that again. All right. You've heard from Dr. Tartt. Good to see you, by the way. You can go to our Facebook page. You agree with him? You agree with Dr. Ruth? Let us know.